Hello and welcome to the Uncalled For, where we have some stupidity for us to look at and trounce all over tonight. We're going to have
and the fake news.
Oh, geez. And Matthew, too. We have a great show planned for you tonight. We're going to continue on with myths and legends. And
the fake news.
Okay, that's enough here. So we have a great show planned for you. So let's go right around the room here and see who we have with us tonight.
SciStrikeling, how are you today?
Hi, Matt. I'm doing pretty well, everybody.
SciStrikeling, I'm just kidding.
Yes. It's nice to see you again, Matt. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging out. I had today off and I'm back to work tomorrow. So a little disappointed that my night is coming to an end, but looking forward to our show tonight.
Nice.
Hey guys, how are you? Cheesemondo, how are you? Cheese.
I'm not sure that's the order that we're supposed to do this, but good. I'm really good. Looking forward to a great show.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, keep going.
Vishanti, how are you today?
I'm still sick, but I'm hanging in there.
Did you get COVID-19?
No, it's a sinus infection. So, I mean,
I hope you feel better.
Fun, but yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Matt.
You a get well soon card in the future.
Oh, thank you. I love cards.
Yeah.
And we have Mike Bertelson's girlfriend.
No,
wife, I mean, sorry about that. Mrs. Bertelson, how are you today, sir? How are you today, ma'am?
I'm good. I hope Mike Bertelson doesn't have a girlfriend. He'd be in big trouble.
My mouth is messed up, kinda.
Oh, okay.
You did a good job, though.
Send a super chat in the uncalled-for if you want to. Send a super chat in the uncalled-for if you want to.
Oh.
So, Cheesemondo, how many videos do we have? What are the videos we have today? Jeez.
I love the fact that the Uncalled For has become the Superman chat show. This is awesome.
Someone's trying to take over. Oh my gracious.
Caught me completely unaware.
Exactly.
So the list of videos we have tonight is Get Lucky If Charms and Amulets Work. I had trouble making sense of that title. 5 dragons caught on camera, spotted in real life. Number 3 is Proof Time Travel is Real, video compilation. Video 4 is He Discovers Evidence that Time Travel May Exist. Video 5 is Pogo Pogo Spotted in Lake. Video 6 is Top 10 Mexican Superstitions Taco Top 10. Let's taco about it. That's so full. I've seen some of that video. That's quite entertaining. Video 7 is the 4 strongest signs that werewolves exist. Video 8 is Sasquatch Videos 2020, most convincing Sasquatch videos ever. And video 9 is Pregnant Virgin Mary appeared in crop circles in England. Earth is preparing to receive God.
Oh my goodness. So which one do you like, kiddo?
Roar, dragons!
All right. You like the dragons? That's a good one. I think I like that one too, please.
Dragons. Okie doke. Give me 2 seconds just to get this right.
Dragons. I don't know. I
here
want
we
to
go.
see the dragons.
Dragons. They're large, mighty, and a common occurrence in fantasy novels and RPGs. In ancient times, dragons were viewed as deities. They were considered the guardians of the earth and mankind. But somehow throughout the years, dragons evolved into 2 cultural subsets. Either they're viewed as cute creatures that make great house pets, or they're seen as vicious hobbit killers. Regardless of how you view them, what if there was evidence that they existed? Today, we have 5 videos where dragons have been spotted in the wild. Let's begin. Number 5. Cave Dragon. Earlier this year, a young man took a trip to Asia, and on this trip, he decided he wanted to go spelunking, which is the recreational sport of cave exploration. While going through a cave, the young man saw something moving around in the shallow water at his feet. Using the camera built into his phone, the young man began recording. At his feet, you can see a pale, almost white-colored creature darting around in the water. Its tapered head can be seen shifting in the water and looks very dragon-like in shape. As the creature starts to swim around again, you can see tiny limbs reaching out to grasp nearby rocks. As it swims, its long, skinny body undulates, reminiscent of the snake-like dragon seen in traditional Chinese culture. What makes this video all the more interesting is that it does not appear to have been edited in any way, shape, or form. Number 4. The Monterrey Dragon. Not long ago, Mexico's media exploded because of a sudden discovery in Monterrey. A most mysterious creature was found in the wilderness. When a group came upon the animal, they decided to capture it in an attempt to identify it. They had never seen anything quite like it before. The group immediately contacted a news station about it.
That's a motherfucking snapping turtle.
Oh, without its shell.
I mean, honestly, we're just gonna call lizards dragons now. Like, the first one was, it looked like one of those snakes. Some of them do actually have, like, small limbs.
Yeah.
It just was an albino one because it lives in a fucking cave.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Exactly.
Where was its wings?
This literally just looks like a snapping turtle to me.
Yeah, the first one was definitely like some kind of either snake or I mean I've seen like similar type aquatic creatures too. So I mean there's a number of different things it could be other than just dragon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
There were a lot of animals.
And it's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, there were a lot of animals that could be.
Yeah.
Okay, should we keep going?
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose so.
The creature is seen being held and examined as the footage rolls. It was petite enough to be held, and it never seemed compelled to strike out at the handler. Instead, it just opened its gaping wide mouth to shriek and communicate. Unsure of how to proceed, the dragon-like creature was carefully placed into a pet carrier until authorities could be notified. Meanwhile, news stations all over Mexico were in a frenzy, sharing the story of the Monterrey Dragon. What became of this strange creature, we may never know, but thousands are convinced that it was truly a dragon that group stumbled upon while exploring in Monterrey. Number 3. The Dallas Dragon. This video hails from Dallas, Texas. Not much can be derived about who the camera operator is or whereabout in Dallas the dragon was spotted, but a dragon it most certainly is. This is no baby, folks. The massive dragon was first seen resting on top of what appears to be a radio tower. Despite the camera operator's spatial distance from the dragon, it's easy to tell this dragon is massive as it's filmed flapping its wings. Then, the dragon takes off in a leisurely way and flies out of frame. The camera operator zooms back out and we can see that he or she was on a moderately busy street, although those driving might not have been able to see the dragon as well as the camera operator had from their viewpoint. Do dragons really exist in the southern United States? Perhaps only time and more found footage will provide information on the Dallas Dragon. Number 2. The Bat Dragon. This large dragon was also spotted somewhere in the United States, although it's not specified where. Based on the brief glimpses of the telephone wires, low rooftops, and antennas seen in the surrounding environment, one might guess that it was a residential area where this dragon was seen. The dragon is seen flying at a relaxed pace across the screen. Unlike the other adult dragon video, this one appears to have very bony wings, angular wings, almost like that of a bat. But this is definitely not a bat. It appears that the dragon spots something of interest because after a few moments he transcends behind a house and out of sight. Wherever this dragon calls home, there's no doubt that it requires a large home and multiple meals a day to stay alive. Perhaps it'll be seen again sometime soon, making its way across the wide blue sky. Number 1. PETO'S Dragon. Our last dragon video was also of unknown origin, but it was uploaded in May of this year. It was an extremely cloudy and foggy day when he was spotted by someone outside. Peto, the young man who uploaded the video, seems to have stopped dead in his tracks and began filming with his phone after seeing the gigantic beast. This dragon is less bat-like than the previous one, but is equally large and intimidating. The winged creature is first seen flying behind a tree. the dragon careens around and is seen again gliding on stretched wings through the dark sky. Due to the stormy weather, the dragon is only seen flying for a few seconds before it starts to disappear behind a layer of dense clouds. Where was this beautiful looking dragon, and where was it headed?
Jeez.
One of the wings looked like it didn't have a membrane in it. It was just
looked like just an arm.
Little tiny things.
Yeah, I noticed that too. One wing looked like a wing, and the other one just looked like an arm. I was wondering where the other wing was.
And it can't be a JM Truth Productions Skydiver Tanner because it's actually lit well.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, jeez. Shall we continue on, I suppose?
It should be almost over. I don't know. How many did he say he had?
I think this is the last one.
I thought he only said he had 5.
That hurt, Jane Truth. Well lit. That's terrible. Right, I'm going to play the rest of this.
It remains a mystery. And there you have 5 dragons caught on camera.
And that was it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that was special.
That was just, wow, that was just really sad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was
Yeah.
bad video. Bad face.
Exactly. It was so bad. You could tell it was just looking at, and of course they're always grainy. Every single picture of anything that they claim is quote unquote a dragon or whatever is always crappy and grainy. I mean, and in 2020 with with the technology we have, please can we have something clear?
You can't get a good picture. Really?
I know. It's something.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that was a good picture wasn't a dragon.
Exactly.
The lizard or whatever it was in the water.
Yeah, the little critter in the water. Yeah, it was. Yep.
All right.
That was
What else do we have?
Yeah, let's see. What do you guys think?
We've got. I'm not going to
Should
read
we do the taco thing? I don't know. What do you think about tacos?
the top 10 Mexican superstitions taco top 10. Let's taco about it.
I just like that it has taco in the name.
Yeah.
It's not just the name that it's in. Do you want to run with that one?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yes,
Okie doke.
please.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of Taco Top 10, the only show online recommended by 4 out of 5 dentists and your local elotero. So for today's episode, we're giving you the top 10 Mexican superstitions. So let's get started. And for wait a minute. Nah, this background's way too happy. All right, let's change it. There we go. Much better. Number 10. Leaving a glass of water behind a door absorbs all evil spirits. Have you ever tried this? Well, if you have, you can't call yourself sublime because you do practice Santeria. That's right. The origin for this superstition actually can be linked to the water spirit Ogun, which is worshipped in Voodoo, and Santeria in the Mexican adapted version. Number 9. For New Year's, walk around your block with luggage so you can travel the world. Yeah, I've seen people do this one. I couldn't find a real definitive origin for this superstition, but it is popular around Latin America. Number 8. El Chupacabra. Now this one's a popular one with sightings in not only Mexico, but also certain parts of the US. Now the Chupacabra literally translates to goat sucker. What these little suckers do is, well, suck the blood of goats. And it also kills chickens. Scientists believe the origins of the Chupacabra are actually sightings of feral coyotes. Number 7. But before we get to that, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Why? Because
I'm actually laughing because the pun there was that MGK got completely bodied by Eminem in a rap battle last year, so Eminem's still the GOAT.
Nice.
Is anyone else craving elote other than me?
Anything would be really good. I'm starving. That sounds good though.
I did have dinner, but anytime I see elote, I'm just like, oh shit, I'm hungry now. It's just me. No one in the chat probably has any idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's okay. You guys need to expand your palate and have some elote, but just saying it's delicious. The captioning has no idea what I'm talking about.
No,
the captioning is...
No, it doesn't know what that word is.
Hang on, I'll type it out. Okay, there. Delicious food. Like, you're gonna get the best kind from like the guys on the street, like a street vendor.
Right.
But yeah, if you can find someone to make you some too, that's also cool.
All right. I suppose we should try
It's little
trudge on.
Billy's birthday, and nothing will make him happier than to see his very favorite YouTube channel, let's talk about it, hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Now look at little Billy. Are you gonna deny him his wish? Thought so. Hit that subscribe button. Number 7. Leaving your purse, wallet, or money on the floor will bring bad luck, so you lose your money. This one actually has its origins in Asia with the whole feng shui thing. See, they believe that if you left money on the floor, it was a great disrespect and a sign of ungratefulness for the money you had. Therefore, you would eventually lose it. The Spaniards brought this one over, and it became a popular belief in the Mexican culture. Number 6. Rubbing an egg all over your body will cleanse you of all negativity and evil spirits and bad luck. Alright. I'm guilty of this one. Grandma used to do this to me when I was younger. The origins for this one, you guessed it, Santeria. Well, before that, voodoo and other pagan traditions, but you get the idea. Number 5, the evil lie, also known as El Mal de Ojo. Now this one actually has a lot of origins in different cultures, religions, and beliefs. Basically, it's the form of belief in karma. But instead, rather than you doing something good or bad and something good or bad happening to you, it's more of you thinking or wanting something bad for someone else. Therefore, you basically project that negativity to that person and something bad ends up happening to them. Yikes. So remember, don't look at anyone. Stay at home, watch TV. Better yet, watch this channel, like and subscribe. Number 4. El Cucuy. Another popular one. Basically what this is the Mexican boogeyman. But did you know the origins of the Cucuy are actually traced back to dragons? See, there are ancient cultures that believe dragons as guardians. But when the Spaniards brought it over, the natives to what would be Mexico now misunderstood it, and instead of guardians, they believed that it was a monster. Number 3. This dude, Walter. Man, I'm telling you, when this guy was on, everyone had to shut up. Otherwise, the grandma of the house would smack you with the chancla. I guess there's something hypnotic about the way he looks into different camera angles every 5 seconds. Or maybe it's the outfit. Number 2. Friday the 13th and Halloween are evil days where it's not safe to go outside, otherwise someone might kidnap you and sacrifice you in a devil-worshipping ritual. Yeah, you might have heard this one. I know my grandma kept bringing it up. Well, there's actually some fact to this. Again, this links back to pagan traditions, also voodoo and Santeria. There are people who do this. It's not as extreme as grandma may believe, but it actually does happen. There have been numerous cases of girls being kidnapped, newborns being stolen by nurses in hospitals, and other disturbing acts happening on these days. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna stay home on Halloween, which, I mean, let's be honest, I was gonna do anyways because I don't have plans, I have no life, but now I have a legitimate reason. Number 1, La Llorona. One of the most famous Mexican and also Latin American urban legends there is. For those of you who don't know the story, there's a few different variations, but the constants are a mother drowns her kids in the river. She ends up dying. How this happens changes from story to story depending on the culture. And as punishment, her spirit is cursed to wander around looking for her children, crying out, "Where are my children? Where are my children?" in Spanish. And just like the last one, this one actually can be tied back to a few different stories. There have been numerous cases where moms will go crazy and kill their children, a good number of them drowning them in rivers, bathtubs, and so on. There's actually even a belief that the Llorona is not actually one person, but more of a curse that hits certain mothers to become a modern day Llorona. Make sure to buy your mom some flowers or chocolate or something as a surprise. please get on our good side. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Ivan. I've been your host. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and be on the lookout for the next episode next week. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I know that most people will have absolutely no fucking idea why I was laughing at one of those. The person's head that he pasted out on that body, that's Walter Mercado Salinas. It's like the Mexican or Puerto Rican, like Miss Cleo, basically. He's like,
Okay.
People probably might know him as Shanti Ananda. They're like an astrologer, and it was on Spanish TV, but it was like a big thing. If you were growing up, you always knew Walter Mercado Salinas, and with all the fucking rings on his hands and shit. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a bit niche, but, you know. If you have any, like, if you have any Chicano friends, ask them if they watched that growing up or if their grandmother did. Probably did.
Probably.
That's too funny. The video was pretty funny in parts too. He
Yeah,
did
it
a good job.
He did make it funny.
Honestly, like, La Llorona's been kind of overdone in the last year or so because they made like a really shitty movie about it, and people are like, oh yeah, it's like this big deal, like Mexican curse, like ghost thing, and there's so many other like legends, but that one got turned into part of the Conjuring universe or something, so whatever.
That was cool though, yeah.
God, if you guys want to laugh, and if you just Google Walter Mercado, then it'll brighten your day. Just saying, it's just so flamboyant. Just like if somebody crossed Miss Cleo with Liberace, it's great. Yeah.
It sounds like it. Sounds like it was pretty silly.
I'll put one in the green room because it's just too good.
Do you want me to try and throw that up on the screen for everyone?
If you want to.
Just see if I can do this quickly. If not,
They actually did a parody of Walter Mercado on the last season of Drag Race. Somebody did Walter Mercado for their celebrity Snatch Game impression. It was pretty great. Mm-hmm. They had it down pat, right to the rings, the crazy hair, the rhinestones. It's pretty awesome.
there you go.
There you go.
That's not the face of someone trying to bilk you out of your money.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Does remind me of Liberace, though.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
That's just too funny. I love it.
All right. What else we have?
Okay, so we have Get Lucky If Charms and Amulets Work, Proof Time Travel is Real video compilation. He discovers evidence that time travel may exist. Ogo Pogo spotted in lake. Strong signs that werewolves exist. Sasquatch, or the pregnant Virgin Mary appearing in crop circles in England.
Time travel.
Yeah,
Time
sounds
travel
good.
sounds good.
Sounds
The
awesome.
Compilation, or he discovers evidence?
Either one.
Either way.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, proof time travel exists. Proof time travel is real video compilation.
Okay.
Welcome back everyone. In this video we are gonna go and explore weird unusual events that happen on this planet that are out of this world, and you are the one who is gonna be to judge if those events are real, spooky, or out of this world, and whatever you think out of it. Anyways, if you did enjoy and love those videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, I interrupt this broadcast to show you something super wicked. So we have this dude coming in back in time in the year 2016, and what he's gonna do something just amazing. So watch the homeless man just sitting over there, and he doesn't know what to expect. Then out of nowhere, here it is, the dude just walks right through into the store, robs the actual store, gets something from the store. Watch him get out. 3, 2, 1, and here he is, just comes out of it and walks with an ice cream cone, and the homeless man is like, whoa. Anyway, this is hilarious. So is time travel actually possible? I don't know, but this thing is just funny.
Oh my god.
That was the same couple from the beginning.
Yeah, I think he was
by
being a bit-
and stopped by the door and then walked away. They came back.
He was probably just going to loop it over and over and try to talk about how amazing and crazy it was.
Yeah.
That is just a camera thing that it looks like he went through the door, but he didn't.
He
Just
died.
overtop each other. And if you went into the store to steal something and you could walk through the door, why'd you only take an ice cream?
Maybe he was hungry.
Oh, God. Okay. I guess we can keep going.
Next thing we'll be watching here is a very spooky tape where this guy who is a security guard goes into this haunted hotel, and in there was actually a ghost trapped inside of a room. He goes in that specific room and he does everything that a ghost is supposed to actually do, which is tear the room apart, put everything upside down, and take a shower right inside. Anyway, this guy is just walking in there and he's opening up the door. And when he opens the door, interestingly enough, the ghost cannot get out until this guy actually opens the door for the ghost, and now the ghost gets out of the room. So now you can see it right here as the ghost shadow itself just walk itself right out of the actual room, and the lights actually blink. That's also super creepy. In this next segment, we are going to be exploring the super bizarre incident that actually occurred in the year 2012, which is actually the same exact year that a magnetic superstorm almost hit this planet. It could be one of the causes that created this interesting enough of an event. And here it is. The truck itself is gonna go out and is gonna hit those people who are just about to drive through this busy street. And here it is. And then somebody goes back in time, teleports them and saves them, and they miraculously appear on the upper right hand side of the screen, and this guy's like, what in the world just happened? So either you hold your disbelief, or this is just something out of this world and reforms that thing otherwise known as a black hole, or teleport, lab ports, or whatever those weird Einstein stuff that he was all talking about, the sixth dimension and so on. And in this segment, what we're going to be watching is how Donald Trump gets interviewed by Sacha Baron Cohen, who is otherwise known in his alter ego as REG. And in this interview, Trump actually answers the ultimate question, which is how old are actually our humans themselves and how long they've been in business.
Business scene back in the day.
Many years ago, hundreds of millions of years ago, people were doing business, and they were trading in rocks and stones and other things.
Who would want to buy rocks?
I don't know, man. You gotta ask them that.
And Trump actually implies that they have been doing business for millions of years,
which actually makes humans millions of years old. So let's go over and watch this again. So this is very interesting. This is from the 1980s, and this is actually a movie. It's called Back to the Future. And in the 1980s, it actually predicted that Donald Trump is gonna become president. And it was kind of a joke inside the movie, but when you actually watch it, it is right now, the year 2019, or I mean 2018 actually, but Donald Trump actually is the president of the United States. And when this guy walks into the museum, the most interesting part right here is there's going to be a newscast and talking about Donald Trump becoming the president of the United States and being the best president he can ever be. Anyway, regardless, you're gonna watch the movie. Is this real? Is this fake? Did it actually predict the future? Did people actually went about and decide to vote for Trump just after watching this movie? Years in the future, like a subliminal kind of a message?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donald Trump Museum, dedicated to Hill Valley's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Donald Trump. Of course, we've all heard the legend, but who is the man? Inside, you will learn how Donald Trump became one of the richest and most powerful men in America. Learn the amazing history of the Trump family, starting with his great-grandfather, Buford Mad Dog Trump, fastest gun in the West. See his humble beginnings, and how a trip to the racetrack on his 21st birthday made him a millionaire overnight. Share in the excitement of a fabulous winning streak that earned him the nickname, the luckiest man on earth. Learn how Trump parlayed that lucky winning streak into the vast empire called the Trump Organization. Discover how in 1979 Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling and turned Hill Valley's dilapidated courthouse into a beautiful casino hotel.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
Just a bit.
Oh God, that was bad. That was really bad.
It's literally like, oh, you're showing images of Biff Tannen and saying it's Trump. Like, it doesn't even look anything like him.
Right.
No.
So lazy.
That was really bad.
Yeah. But also, humans have been doing business for hundreds of millions of years. I'd like to know what humans lived hundreds of millions of years ago. Fucking idiot.
Well, yeah. But the whole thing was idiotic, so it kind of all goes together. Oh, God. Should we see if the other one has any
video? Was that the end of that lovely video?
Yes, it was. And ended that one just in time because we got a copyright note.
Oh, did we?
About the background music. Damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck you, Trump. Everything you touch, you ruin.
Do you want to try? Do you want to try the other? Do you want to try the other time travel?
Yeah, we can try the other one.
Okey-doke.
Well, since ghosts are time travel proof, then why don't we just go back in time and mute that part of the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry about this one in advance.
That's never.
Some of you might find the information in this video somewhat disturbing.
That was unexpected. Just bear with me 1 second.
Chipmunk.
That's time travel for you.
Yes. It went really fast. We were
Sorry about that, folks.
technical difficulties.
No, I don't know why that would have done it, but let's try this again. Okay.
Some of you might find the information in this video somewhat disturbing. This information is going to completely blow your mind and make you rethink everything you ever thought you knew about physics, about the past, the present, and the future, and about time travel
and not whether or not it exists, but it's going to bring about the question of how long have they actually been doing it? How long have they been using it? And where do we go from here? So, we've started the cleanup project on our massive white pine tree that was knocked down a few days ago. I'm not going to go into the details about how this tree was knocked down. If you've been following the channel, you already know. However, I am going to go into detail about what we've discovered while we've been cleaning up this mess, this wreckage, this carnage from this violent act of tearing down my tree and throwing it at my house, fortunately, which was a miss. However, as you'll see here momentarily, I believe the entity that tore this tree down may have truly been trying to help me more than hurt me. I believe I was being warned and I was being shown something that for the 3 years that I've lived here, I did not know existed.
I mean, the entity is trying to tell you to practice safe sex because that's clearly a Nuva ring.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Was that in poor taste?
Oh, that was awesome.
I'm still laughing. So I don't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my side. Okay, sorry, that was we can keep going.
Check this out. Do you see what that is behind me? Let me help you out. You see it now, don't you? You know what that is? That's about 80% up the height of this massive white pine tree. That's something that I thought was my enemy knocked down. Turns out now it's probably at least a frenemy, in the least and at the most. Well,
Ash Scott in the chat said he's actively mocking the kind of video he's making because he has a cutout red circle. Oh
my goodness.
So instead of putting the circle on a thumbnail and an arrow,
yes, he's going to carry it around with him and hold it over. It's a live action red circle.
Oh my goodness.
God, incredible. Thank you, Ash Scott, for pointing that out. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going?
Oh, man, I suppose.
I'm just thinking back to a few weeks ago and with the ghosts, and it's the red circle that attracts the ghosts, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gonna crack the ghost.
Okay, here we go.
Underneath that red circle.
Dude.
perhaps not at the most, but in the least, is at least a friend of me. He, she, it, or they may have been doing me a favor. This, my friends, is a potential eavesdropping device, which was 80% up this tree, aimed right at my office window. Let's take a closer look, and let's talk about exactly what this exactly is. Exactly. As you can see, this is some sort of eavesdropping device. Okay, here's the big dish, very cleverly disguised. Give you a close-up. It looks like the grill on like a charcoal grill. This is so that it would not reflect the sun and therefore give away its location as it's hidden within the branches of the tree. Here is the main receiver where information would be received and then transmitted to quote unquote them. We all know who they are, but we will not say their names because that's dangerous. Now, here's where it gets scary. The pole, as you can see within our red circle here, making it easy for you guys, that's just my chainsaw. But this pole upon which this eavesdropping device was mounted It's been here so long, the tree has grown around the pole. Okay? The tree's grown around the pole. Look at this. And there's a metal band, and I'm going to tell you where I got this information from momentarily. This information has been confirmed by a second party who is qualified to talk about such things. But the bands that were placed on here to hold this pole have been completely absorbed by the tree. You can't even see them, but there are bands under there. But look at this. This thing has been here for a very long time. I'm going to tell you exactly how long it's been here, and I'm going to tell you what I believe it has been here for. Okay, so what is it? How long's it been here? What's it been used for? I will not mention this person. They may be watching this video, but this person is a very qualified source. This person has a degree from the University of Virginia, the Harvard of the South, the most prestigious college in the entire universe. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody who graduated from said university. They will tell you themselves. I had one such individual here just 2 days ago. This individual looked at this contraption. This is not the ultimate contraption. I'm still working on that up in the field. But the individual looked at this contraption, and I said, individual? That's not their name, but I'm substituting that word individual for their real name so as not to disclose their true identity. I said, individual? I said, I don't want to know anything about this. I know everybody's going to have their own opinions. Could have been maybe like a satellite dish for television channels, maybe for cable, this kind of stuff. I said, it's obvious this has been here for some time. As we can see, the bands have grown into the tree. I said, I want, in your honest opinion, and this person, I'll give you a little bit more information. Engineering is to them what drinking water is to us. It just comes natural. I said, how long has this device been here? And they said, this device has been here since the early 1980s, more than likely the early 1980s. So guys, this is 35-ish years ago that this device has been here. This device, by the time we bought this property 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, had grown, the tree had grown so that this device was aimed directly into my office so it could see, hear, and transmit everything I was doing, everything I was saying, everything I was writing, everything I was reading to them. Okay? And that's as far as I'm going to go there. But now this begs the question. The question, I know you've already asked it. We all have it. And this is proof, undeniable proof and evidence that time travel exists. Okay, let's say this thing, pick a year. We'll say 1980 to keep it simple. Nice round number, 1980, okay? I'm roughly 7 or 8 years old. For the first time in my life, I'm realizing girls are different than boys because I'm seeing Phoebe Cates and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and that's when I realized, wow, girls are different, and maybe, you know, HBO isn't for kids. But so I'm falling in love. My prepubescent infatuation, I will use that word, with Phoebe Cates, and they are putting this thing up, this device, on this tree in such a fashion to where, fast forward to like 2016, I think is when we bought this house, that device is pointing in the window of the room, which will be my office. So they can watch, so they can listen, all this stuff, so they can know even more than what they already know. There's only one way to explain how this happened, and that is time travel. Time travel. Because there's no way, I didn't even live in Virginia. I'm in Virginia now. I didn't even live in Virginia in 1980. But they knew that I would. And they knew I'd be here, and they knew when I'd be here, and they knew which room I would use as my office. That's not a coincidence. That is not even close to being a coincidence. That is proof. Oh, boy, that truck's loud. I thought that was Bigfoot Sasquatch roaring there for a minute. But that is proof beyond any shadow of any doubt. Time travel is real, time travel exists, and they have been using it for some time. Again, this information has been verified by somebody, by an individual qualified to verify that this implant, this device has been implanted in and on this tree for at least 35 years. Okay, so this just isn't me and my crazy views. I had a second set of eyes on this. Somebody who's qualified to talk about this that can state factually this device has been around for at least 35, close to 40 years. So just when you thought you knew everything about physics, about time travel, about the past, present, and the future, you find out you didn't. I hope you can sleep tonight, having been made aware of these newfound facts, made aware, given this proof, that time travel does exist.
Wow. I have a big question, and my big question is why, out of all the millions of people on Earth, would they choose him to do this to, however, 30 years ago? Like,
well,
they planned it exactly where he was going to live.
This guy's a Poe. He's 100% a Poe. I'm laughing so hard. Like, if he has a channel, I want to subscribe to it.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
Oh,
Like, carrying around the red circle, that's just too good.
Yeah. Oh God. That was just amazing. That was definitely amazing. That whole story was just amazing. Yeah. And the sad part is people will believe it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
People will believe that story. It as absurd and crazy as it is, people will believe that story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part.
Exactly. And right away, too, instead of, they're skeptical about everything else. And this is what I've noticed about flat earthers, too. But they'll believe a video on YouTube right away. Just, hook, line, and sinker. They'll buy that. But they're skeptical about everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. You can't trust anybody. You can't trust anything. But that guy on YouTube, he had that satellite thing, and that was aimed at his office. They were spying on him. You mean the thing that was probably in their yard to get TV in the 1980s that they just left there and grew into the tree? You mean that thing?
I find all of your lack of faith quite disturbing.
Too funny.
I want to know where the wire is. He showed the metal pole, but then what's it connected to?
That's
true. Curious.
Straight to the TV outlet in his living room.
Yeah, exactly. They just want to know what TV shows he watches, really.
Exactly. Good imagination. Big imagination there.
Exactly.
Although that red circle was pretty good, though.
That was awesome.
It was cut out very well.
Yes, it was. Very nice. He did a great job.
Did a great job cutting that circle out.
Yes. He passed his kindergarten. Congratulations. Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't know if he made it very much farther than that.
Probably needs supervision with the scissors, but he made it through okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That was funny. That video was actually funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what else do we have?
Oh dear. So, we've got get lucky if charms and amulets work, or Ogopogo spotted in a lake, or 7 strongest signs that werewolves exist, Sasquatch videos 2020 most convincing Sasquatch videos ever.
Werewolves.
Virgin Mary appeared in a crop circle in England.
Werewolves.
Werewolf sounds good.
Werewolves.
Werewolves is fine.
Good.
Oakley dokley.
They're wolves. Why are you talking that way? I thought you wanted me to. Come on, guys. Young Frankenstein, really?
Oh.
My roommate said it.
Was that the exact joke?
My husband got it.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, so I've got the werewolves lined up, and again, I'm kind of sorry in advance.
You know what that looks like? It looks like somebody took a primate skull and glued it on top of it, like dog muzzle. Those are bear paws.
Yeah, it did look like a bear.
So the government just happens to know where all of the aliens and werewolves and ghosts and shit are so that they can immediately show up and cover it up. Do they have like tracking chips in this stuff?
Oh, of course. Of course they do. I don't know. I was wondering the same thing when it said that they came in immediately, and because they're watching everyone's social media and they saw that picture, and it's like, really. And those kind of look like dolls' legs and arms, but that's just me.
The photo looked way too dark.
It just looked really weird. It didn't look real. Whatever that thing was, it didn't look real. What looked spooky was the guy, because the flash went off and his eyes were all weird.
I must be asking the wrong questions.
Did anyone else notice the werewolf motif on the werewolf's chest as well when he was holding it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all humans have got that. All werewolf humans will have that.
Mm-hmm.
And it did look like doll's arms.
Yeah, it looks so fake. It looked like somebody had put it together.
I don't know. Well, not convinced.
Let's see number one. Oh, that last one. Yeah. That was definitely a werewolf there. Looked just like...
You can buy stilts that make you look like you have werewolf legs, by the way.
Well, I was just going to say, it looks like the wolf in a play or something.
I don't know what to do to convince you. I'm finding all of this great evidence and you're just hand-waving it away.
I know. I don't know. I guess.
Oh, do you want to try something else?
Sure.
What we got? I've got 4 videos left. Get lucky if charms and amulets work. Pogo Pogo, Sasquatch, or crop circles.
I think we should try Get Lucky.
Okie doke.
Luck. It's something we all want. Sometimes it's good, other times it can be bad. Is there anything we can do to improve our luck? Can talismans and charms make us have less bad luck and more good luck? In this video, we take a look at the Charm of Cheltenham and ask if this and other trinkets of good fortune can really make a difference. And stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can become luckier. Welcome to EiE, videos on mystery and history. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to never miss a video again.
They are cute.
So what is this Charm of Cheltenham? This lucky object appeared in a recent article published on the website Haunted Ohio. The charm has a long history, first being used as a mascot for a squadron of World War I pilots. In those first days of flight, things were very dangerous. If you weren't killed in training, you surely would be the moment you flew your first combat mission. This led to the creation of many superstitions and a reliance on good old-fashioned luck to survive. This is where the little guy, Scotch Jock, enters the picture. Dr. A. Cosgrove George sent the lucky charm to a young RAF pilot after he had received a letter asking for his help. It read, "Sir, a little over 5 months ago, a friend of mine, who is an OTC, wrote to me enclosing a letter from his particular school chum, who is being trained as a pilot in the RAF. My friend's object in writing was to beg for my assistance on behalf of his friend in the RAF. The latter, when just on the point of obtaining his wings, had crashed badly 2 or 3 times in succession, with the result that he had completely lost his nerve, and was in the very depths of despair, for it meant that all hope of obtaining his pilot's certificate had gone. In his trouble, he had written to his old school friend, and the latter in turn wrote me, begging for my prompt assistance, be it occult or otherwise." This was the start of Scotch Jock's journey. Having been a lucky charm carried for a few years in the man's waistcoat, it was now being wrapped up and sent to a new life in the air service. Scotch Jock did come with some basic instructions for the pilot to follow. 1. It was to be worn night and day without fail. 2. It was never to be touched by anyone but the wearer. These instructions would guarantee that the pilot would regain his confidence, and as an added bonus, he and any plane he flew in would also be protected from misfortune. Reports from the base say that the pilot did indeed regain his nerve, and also went on to become a night observer, whom would run multiple bombing runs over France, surviving the war unscathed. The RAF man wrote the doctor thanking him for the object of his good fortune. This letter says, "Dear Doctor, I have not forgotten that you said you would be interested to hear from me. You will remember that 5 months ago you gave me a little charm after my crash and temporary loss of nerve, which AP told you of. I have worn your charm religiously, And though, of course, I cannot say how far that is instrumental, it is certainly true that I seem to have been especially protected. Only a week ago, I was crashed badly by my pilot through the engine cutting out in the air. We came down on a sunken road and wrecked the machine absolutely. If we had not been quick to put out the first flames, we should have been on fire very soon. And we were carrying 350 pounds of high explosive in the shape of bombs. The crash was sufficient to kill us, and it is marvellous that the bombs did not explode, for they were knocked clean off the racks, which crashed into the embankment. Yet I escaped without a scratch, and the pilot almost as easily. Apart from that, 5 times our engine has failed, each time by that untraced causation, which is called luck. It has been on the side of the lines, otherwise I should have been a prisoner or worse, and each time we have managed to make a safe landing, which in unknown country at night is nothing short of wonderful. So whatever may be the truth of things, I am certainly happy in my horoscope. I thought I would let you know this. I shall be coming to England in a month to have another try for my pilot's wings. I shall have as much need then your charm. Gratefully yours, a lieutenant in the RAF. From this letter, it would seem that the pilot did have a share of bad luck, crashing his aircraft numerous times. This could, however, be seen as good luck. After all, he did survive each time, and during a war, I think a large number of planes would be lost, and the pilots too. So can we influence our luck? Are there ways to swing events in our favour? From the great feeling you get when finding money on the street, we all have days when we seem luckier than on others. Is this luck some kind of mysterious supernatural force guiding us through life, rewarding our good deeds? Or can we just thank ourselves for being a little more observant on a certain day? Researching luck has been the focus of many over the years. The many attempts to decode the secrets of good fortune, uncovering some interesting facts. This research found that what a person might perceive as luck has more to do with psychology than probability. Luck is actually just our own positive attitude. This attitude keeps us open to new opportunities or perceiving patterns in random acts of chance. Let's take a look at some of this research and its findings and see if we can uncover a pattern that could make us luckier. First are those people we all know, those that seem to be blessed, the lucky people. Richard Wiseman, what a great name for a professor, has carried out a number of studies trying to figure out how we can separate the qualities of a lucky person from those of the unlucky. In one such study, he divided a group into those that thought themselves lucky and unlucky. They then read a newspaper. On one page of a newspaper, he penned in large letters, "Tell the experimenter you have seen this and win £250. The group that identified as lucky were more likely to see the ad, whereas the unlucky people demonstrated more anxiety. This anxiety made the group less observant. He created the 4 principles of luck, which can be found on his website. So with these luck hacks, could we make games of chance work to our benefit? If we take the simple coin toss and say that we have just flipped heads 4 times in a row, the logical next flip would be a tail. Well, this is wrong. It's a cognitive bias. The odds of flipping heads or tails are still 50-50. This form of thinking has a name. It is known as gambler's fallacy. The cause of this way of thinking is to do with the brain and its pattern-seeking behavior. Our brains evolved to seek these patterns. This once helped us spot predators and see the migratory patterns of our prey. Today, these abilities are used to entertain. Gambling and gaming trigger the brain. This explanation helps us to wrap our heads around the odd bit of luck. Winning at a game or hitting it big on the lottery. But what about those that hit a roll? Do lucky streaks fit with the same models? What's the secret to hitting a winning streak? When placing bets in games like craps or roulette, your betting shifts your odds. A person who wins 2 bets in a row has a 57% chance of winning the next one, but a person who has lost 2 bets in a row only has a 40% chance of winning. Why? Well, according to a study published last year, people again fear that their bets will regress to the mean, that if they won, they are more likely to lose the next time, so they compensate for it by making safer bets. I guess we can always rely on good old superstition to help us out. Crossing your fingers, knocking on wood, charms and amulets, just like Scott's jock from the start of the video. Several studies have shown that superstitions might work, although not in the way you may think. Researchers have hypothesized that the people who use lucky charms tend to persist at the problem longer, saying they felt more effective, almost as if they had assistance from some other power. People feel empowered when they think that something else is helping them, so they actually do better at the task in hand. So if you want to get lucky, find yourself a lucky charm. Do you have a lucky charm? Are you a lucky person? Maybe I will get lucky and have you join the channel or hit that like button. What's the luckiest thing that has happened to you? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy what we do here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like and share. You can find us across social.
Yeah, so that was wishful thinking on his part.
Yep.
I like what Ash Scott said. I feel very lucky that the video wasn't longer.
Yes. I learned something. I never heard of the doll.
Yeah.
That was an interesting story.
Makes me miss Vegas, seeing the pictures of the strip and everything, and just kind of realizing we're not really safe to go places yet, and probably won't be for a long time, so...
Oh, we'll get there.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I'm not a big gambler, so I'm not into those kinds of places.
I like going for the shows.
Yeah, I like the shows too.
They have some of the best entertainers in the world, so totally worth it.
Yeah, it would be. Oh yeah, I've seen some really good shows. I actually live near two Indian casinos, and I've seen some really good shows.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. That's right. I remember that now. Derp. Sick brain.
That's okay. It's clogged.
It really is.
Yes.
I just need to go stand in like a hot shower for 20 minutes.
That might help.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Might make you feel better. It's tough when you're all clogged up.
Yes.
All right. What else we have?
Okay. Well, let's have a look at the list of doom. Ogopogo, Sasquatch, or crop circles?
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
That's always a good one.
Okey-doke, here we go.
These are just people walking along a bridge. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. And every time the footage is shit. You know, it's
Oh yeah. Goes in and out, it's shaking up and down. It's blurry and clear.
yeah. The exposure is so bad you can't see what that is.
Yeah. Because if it's somebody in a suit, it's harder to tell this way.
Exactly. Can't fool anybody with crystal clear photos.
No, they could see the zippers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing it in this one. Oh, wait, it moved.
Yeah. Oh, come on, let him pee. Kidding, he's
Oh,
probably-
wait, the minute it got up and ran. Watch a Blair Witch.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. Whatever.
Exactly.
How do you know what that is? It looks like people.
Right. It's the sticks too.
Another one, my eyes going boo-boo. Is that one in a shooting gallery? It's going back and forth.
You know, it looks like that.
Like the camera's down. Where'd it go? That looks like a gorilla.
Or a person in a gorilla suit.
Gorilla suit.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
The head looked like a gorilla. The face. Okay, that looked like a person.
Oh my god, is this from that shitty documentary?
Which shitty documentary would that be?
Oh, there's one where a guy claims to be able to like call Bigfoots, and he makes these ridiculous sounds, and all the quotes are just people in suits. Wanga.
Yeah.
Well, since you can't. Oh, that sounded like you have too much beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he dying? I don't know, my husband's foot's almost that big.
Yeah,
He wears a 15. I mean, come on. Basketball players' feet are that big. There's a basketball player who wears like size 20s.
Oh my god.
That's a small.
That's great.
What is this? People tied things? No, wait. There's a red circle and an arrow. I'm looking at ghosts now.
That's it for this video. There's about 8 seconds left, but it's just the same thing.
Okay, there's 8 seconds of this. It's not even going to move.
That's it. It's just stopped.
It ends on the ghost.
Wow.
I like the Sasquatch noises.
That was great.
It's absolutely from that documentary I watched.
Oh,
I'll have to find the name of it. It's too good. It's just like the videos are just such shitty. Like you can tell the faces that he zooms in on are just like static puppets. Like so awful.
But those noises sound like he needed help.
Yeah.
It's like he was dying or something.
Yep, found it. It's called Discovering Bigfoot with Todd Standing.
Oh. Yeah, that Bigfoot did sound like he needed help.
He was in distress.
Belching and the yelping and
Yes.
he ate something that really didn't agree with him.
Exactly. He didn't. And the videos, oh my god, my eyes are like,
oh my god.
this is why I could never watch the movie Blair Witch Project, because they were jumping around with the camera so much. I can't watch that. It just
that was really bad.
It was so bad. I don't know how so many people could watch it. I just could not visually watch it. And it was the same thing. I'm trying to watch this and I'm like, what the heck am I looking at? Because it's jumping up and down and side to side. And then you'd see something move and then it would go somewhere else. And it's like, what? Keep the camera still. What are you doing?
I get really car sick, and movies like the Blair Witch Project and there was another one too, Cloverfield, really mess with me. And that's the same kind of stuff that like this guy was doing. I'm like, nope.
If it's a movie where Blair Witch, it was part of the conceit of the movie, I was okay with it. But like movies like Cloverfield, it was just a lazy way to use handheld cameras. Like, come on, guy, really? You spent half the movie showing us boring ass 20-something parties and not enough monster. Like, get out of here.
Right.
True.
No.
Jinzu in the live chat says it's Wookiee porn, I tell you. I mean, it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling anything out.
Exactly. And Tony Regime said those noises sounded like he's constipated, and we were just talking about that too. He needs to poop.
Yeah.
Definitely something wrong. Although the one did crop a squat there. That video, he did look like he squatted down and then he stood up. But then, as soon as they saw him stand up, they like looked down at the ground as if they were. I don't know what happened. It was like they was done. It's like a second. He got up and then he was gone. It's like, where'd he go? Oh God, those were so bad.
There are too many people trying to film him. He can't poop when people are watching.
I know, you need an audience. That's why he's making those noises.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, go away. I have to poop.
Oh God. Like we said earlier, I forget what one it was on. It's like with the video equipment we have today, this was the best you could do.
Right.
We have 4.
I mean, our cameras take good pictures.
Now, Skydiver Tanner says, now we know why tree bark is brown.
Gross.
Yes. That's funny. And Geo Sam says maybe the Bigfoot has Tourette syndrome. But what he needs to do is he needs to start using his strategies. There are too many outbursts.
Apparently Bigfoot hasn't watched the EiE Network very much.
No. I don't think he gets good reception out there.
No. Those trees do block it. I know it does to my radio in the car. It blocks my... Sorry, Bigfoot.
Oh, God.
Well, that was interesting.
Yes.
Definitely interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So which should we watch next?
Well, funny you should mention that. I can do Ogopogo, which is 2 minutes and 41 seconds, or Pregnant Virgin Mary appeared in crop circles in England. Earth is preparing to receive God, 6 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh my goodness. What does everyone think?
I don't know. It's a tough one.
We'll go with the first one, I think.
Okay. Ogopogo?
Yeah, that one.
Ogopogo. Oakley dokley.
Figured I would butcher it.
And just bear with me 1 second, that video is refusing to play.
No. Oh, there we go.
What is that, though?
That's not a wave. It's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Come stand over here closer.
It's on the water. Definitely a monster.
Get closer to it.
I'm videotaping it, though.
That's not a wave. There's no way that's a wave. The way it's moving, it looks like a snake. It's going back and forth. That's not a wave. No way. That boat was already gone 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
and all these waves are already gone.
Go yell at those kayakers. Tell them there's something out there.
I'm not gonna scare people. If there was a spider, I would.
Like it's still going.
There's something there, though, yeah. Yeah, that's not a wave. Pretty long, though.
How long would you say that is?
Probably like maybe 50 or 100 feet. It's up there and it's back here. Probably a good 100 feet or so.
It's kind of staying on that one spot now.
It can't be waves though.
No.
There's nothing. That boat was over here.
And that's it.
That's yeah, crummy, blurry cell phone video. That, convinces me right there. That's
Oh yeah.
that's all it took.
Oh yeah. Looked like the current. Like something like the current going.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm convinced.
No. Come on, at least with the Loch Ness Monster, you have like that video of the head and, parts coming out of the water. You didn't even see anything.
No. You couldn't see anything at all except for that wave thing, and that was
Yeah.
it. And that's all it looks like it was.
Mm-hmm.
Just water doing its water thing. I don't know.
Yep.
It could have also
but
been like
Skydiver-
there's that foam or algae that forms on the top. Sometimes it could have been disturbed by the boat and then just been, moving with the flow of the water.
Yep.
Right.
That's what it looked like. It looked like because it was moving very, very slow. So it looked like it was just moving with the current of the water.
Exactly.
Skydiver Tanner had a good comment. It said it types it out as Oakley every time you say Ogo Pogo or whatever. So it's really Oakley in his true form. He's a lake monster. I love it.
That's a good one.
Yes. Krister Music Channel says, we want our money back. Give us a sea monster or a refund. That's so funny. And there's another thing I gotta mention. It's in portrait mode again. Can these people, do they know what landscape mode is?
No.
Apparently not.
No, they don't know how to turn their phone.
No.
They hold the phone up like that to talk on it. So obviously that's the only way to hold the phone. Oh, Vesta says it could have been a school of bait fish near the surface. Yeah, it could have been a school of fish.
Oh,
So
man.
that was a good one. She's just filming. It's beautiful where she is. It's gorgeous, but it was just a wave. I don't know what's,
Yeah.
She's got to, if she lives near all the time, she should be able to see those all the time.
Yeah.
Waves happen.
Yes, they do. Especially near water.
Yes.
What's like tonight, I don't understand why these people automatically jump to the furthest possible explanation, right at the beginning. Though nothing else could possibly make sense except this, outlandish idea. Like I just don't understand that.
I
know.
don't either.
No.
Like if I don't understand something, I go through all the logical explanations first. I don't just jump to, oh, it's aliens. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. Or you do some research, like what could that possibly be? Let me do a little research instead of, oh, I'm looking at some waves in the water. Well, that doesn't look like waves. What else could it be? Oh, it's got to be Ogopogo. We're in the right place, so it must be.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think we're at about 10:40 now. Did you ladies want to wrap up, or do you want to do another video?
Yeah, we can wrap up and save that for another time if you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
Alrighty, sounds good to me. I just, my own personal thoughts on our lovely content from this evening is there are definitely a lot of myths and superstitions out there for sure. And like I said, just do your basic research, rule out everything else first before just jumping to conclusions, please.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a logical explanation for something. I mean, it's like from anything from noises in your house, things that go bump in the night, usually are just things bumping, like a mouse or something.
Yeah.
To these supposed creatures that they're seeing, like the Bigfoot thing, that's more like a hoax to me. But like that wave out on the water was just that, the wake from the boat, more than likely. It's just yep. So it's
yeah.
So think of those things first before you jump to, oh my God, it's an alien creature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to say it's aliens, but it's aliens.
It's aliens. I know. People make a living out of this stuff.
Yeah.
People make a living out of this stuff. And I agree. It's just people have too big of imagination and, don't want to look at the simplest answer. That's usually what it is the simplest answer. And sometimes when the answer isn't simple, sometimes you just need to do a little real research, not YouTube research.
Exactly.
So, but some of them were kind of funny.
They were.
We had some really funny ones tonight.
We did. We had some good ones. So how about you, Vish? What do you think of tonight?
I think that I need more medication and that these people need to take a basic course in how to hold video cameras.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Or at least upload their videos to that stabilization software. Because holy crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And stop with the portrait mode.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
I know. Well, thank you so much, everyone. What about you, Cheese? What do you think about tonight?
I think you're a tough crowd. I bring you this cast iron evidence of Bigfoot. I don't know why you wouldn't believe it. There was clearly evidence of time travel. Dragons. I mean, I come from Wales. I don't know what else I can do. I'm just gonna have to try harder. Next week.
I applaud your attempt, Cheese.
Yes. We definitely applaud your attempt.
Yeah. You did excellent in your attempt.
I'll try to be more convinced the next time.
I'll try harder next week.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Just don't twist yourself wrong side out.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everyone for coming. I had such a great time. Thank you everybody in the chat and and thank you everybody in the call with me. You guys were awesome again as always, and so I want to wish everybody a great night. Thank you. Please take us home, Cheese.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.